Hello and welcome back to Clownfish TV. It is me, Geeky Sparkles. Unfortunately, it's just me today for this video. Kneon is elsewhere. So, Paul Tassie's back with Forbes, once again to shit on the fandom. Because you know it's okay when they do it, but it's not okay when other people complain. A few days ago, we talked about his other article where he was saying that the 15% audience score is embarrassing for the Acolyte. And he had a hissy about that on the 16th. And then yesterday, no, what day was this? The 20th, so 2 days ago. He's also very upset because the controversy about episode 4 is just too absurd to believe. Because, you know, as many people call us grifters, Paul Tassie seems to be out there grifting no problem when he thinks he's going to get clicks off of, you know, the other side of the argument, okay? So episode 4 came out, for those who don't understand what's going on. And they added this character back into it. They put Ki-Adi Mundi into it. Now, for those who don't know, Ki-Adi Mundi was on the Jedi Council in the prequels, all right? And the issue is that they retconned him, put him in, he was in the prequels. It wasn't expanded universe. It wasn't, you know, Legends. He was in the prequels. There was a backstory about his character that was official. It would be canon, George Lucas canon, G canon, and they had an age for him. Well, when they retconned that for the new show, for the Acolyte, Wikipedia went and changed his information to update it to what the current information is. Changed his birth date and age and stuff. Now, do I think people got it way blown out of proportion? Yes. But the reason that's happening is because people are just tired of classic Star Wars, your prequel Star Wars, George Lucas Star Wars is being erased and changed willy-nilly for people at Disney deciding that's the case. They want to pick and choose from Legends when they want to, Thrawn and such, but they just keep, you know, changing things, retconning things, and I get it. I know George Lucas did the same thing. I've said it before. Yes, he did. I'm not saying he didn't, because there were retcons up before. This is not the first time stuff's been retconned. I know that. But it got blown way out of proportion because apparently, allegedly, people were threatening the Wikipedia editor and they're blaming it on Star Wars theory, I think. And he's like, same as us, same thing we said, which is, you know, don't attack people. That's stupid. We've always said, you know, if you don't like the actor or whatever, don't go harassing them. It's not their fault. The character sucks. The writing sucks. Don't harass people on social media. Because what happens is you get 1 or 2 people who harass them. And I'm not even convinced it's the people I think it is. It's probably someone on their side trying to start controversy. 1 or 2 people harass them, which I'm sure people do harass them. And then from that, it turns into this whole, anybody who disagrees, any anti is one of these people. And that's the problem. And it's a load of shit. And I'm so fucking sick and tired of it. If 1 or 2 people are assholes, that does not mean everybody who disagrees with you are the same people that harass somebody. Like, I don't agree with harassing somebody, harassing the Wikipedia editor and telling them that they hope them and their pets die. Never agree with that, ever, ever, ever. We ourselves have gotten harassment. We ourselves have gotten death threats. There's a rape poll about who wants to rape me and have my husband watch, okay? These people are batshit. There's always batshhitters. There's always batshhitters. I'm sorry, on both sides. But that's not the majority. And now, of course, everyone who disagrees are as bad as those people. Now, here comes Paul Tassie. This is ridiculous and stupid, and you shouldn't be harassing anyone. Yeah, you're right. You shouldn't be harassing anyone, and we're going to talk about that. But before we get into any further, please like and subscribe. If you do, you'll get a woohoo, and we're going to talk about this. So, there will not be an episode of The Acolyte that goes by without some sort of desperate search to see how it breaks canon. It's because The Acolyte sucks balls. I'm sorry, they don't suck balls. The Acolyte sucks dirty vagina. You know, just so you know. And the Force is still male because it fucked them up. So, there you go. This week's seemingly uncontroversial episode found controversy all the same. Meanwhile, Paul Tassie runs on this controversy and goes and does articles about it. Wouldn't that be a grifter? Oh, Paul Tassie, I guess you're a grifter now, huh? What's it like? I almost couldn't believe when I heard some fans. And of course, they have to put the fans in quotes. That's what they keep doing. If you don't like this, you're a fan in quotes. If you don't agree with what we say, you're not a real fan. If you go out and do things that are shitty, you're not a real fan. But unfortunately, other people who were fans, who don't like it or don't agree, are all going to get blamed too. Because a couple of people did this. complaining about this week. It appears, I heard some fans complaining in quotes because, you're only a fan like Paul if you like it. Anybody else who doesn't like this shit show in Disney Star Wars isn't a Star Wars fan. Do the air quotes. Do it with me. Air quotes. Okay, now put your pointer finger down. Leave your middle finger up. There you go, Paul. That's what I say to you. They're talking about Ki-Adi Mundi and the member of the Jedi Council in the prequels who said the Sith had been extinct for a millennium while being presented with direct evidence of exactly what was happening. Yeah, that does contradict it. I'm sorry, Paul. It does. The problem here is two parts. The first being that he's saying that while the Jedi are being blasted off his feet by an apparent Sith in his era, except no one ever said Sith or confirmed that the Sith Lord. There's a helmet and a saber, but the Jedi are simply describing this as a splinter order. Really? That's a stretch you're going to make? And the writer of the episode responded to that by saying he doesn't know anything about the Sith. Why would he? She's currently being hounded by fans online about the episode, but is taking it in stride. Okay, fine. He doesn't know about the Sith, so, he's an idiot 100 years later. But again, 100 years later, he should have been not born at the time of this show. Okay, but they changed that. Don't worry. So then they're going on about, all this stuff. And they said that the second part is namely that some are upset that his appearance given doesn't align with his previous established age or lifespan of his species. However, there's nowhere in canon that describes the age or his lifespan. Oh, that's their argument. Well, it doesn't say that, so we can do what we want. Instead of owning, oops, shit, we made a mistake, sorry, and we're literally going back and undoing and redoing the stuff on Wikipedia and changing dates to make it fit. No. It's because y'all are dumb. And, it fits, but we never said specifically how long he lives. Well, okay, fine. If it didn't specifically say how long it lived, it didn't matter. Why change his age at all? Why go back? Oh, because he wouldn't have been there then. Oh, so stupid. So they're talking about the Wikipedia article where we're not going to mince words about hate speech and there's no place for you in our community. Yeah, look, I agree. You shouldn't be out there telling somebody to kill themselves or to die and hoping their pets die. That's never necessary or called for, ever, which I have said many, many times. And look, people like the show and I don't. And unless they're actively causing problems or hurting other people or doing what I'm going to talk about in a minute, I don't care if you like it. I question your taste, but I don't care if you like it. Knock yourselves out. The problem is that when one or two people that are behaving badly do this, that everybody gets painted with this broad brush. And I also don't think it's right that Wikipedia gets to decide what our community. And I know that's our community. Well, Wikipedia, I don't really give a fuck what your community is because your community excludes a lot of people. For your inclusiveness, you're awfully exclusive, okay? I see you constantly blocking people on Twitter for not agreeing with you or questioning things. Or whatever, and you had to go put pronouns in everybody's bios and everything else. Our community. You're not the boss of the community. You're not God of the community. But I do agree that you shouldn't be doing that kind of stuff to the person that's the editor there. And of course, here we go. Here comes Paul. The fact here is that this group, on the whole, simply does not believe Disney canon is a thing. They will say the EU content is more canon than Disney content. Yeah, because it's true. Disney content sucks, Paul. Which is why it takes priority to a situation like this. Choosing to live our life in a bubble. No. It takes a priority to a situation like this. No, Paul. The canon was established for years. Dude was in the prequels. They literally added him because they didn't do their homework. And then Wikipedia went and retconned the dates. It's not about a priority in this situation. It was canon, dude. It was canon before. And that was G-canon, not expanded universe and legends, dude. G-canon. That's what the problem is. They literally have gone back and retconned it and then changed it to Wikipedia. This isn't like the EU takes priority. No. That's not what's going on here, buddy, at all. Choosing to live in a bubble world where none of us is real. Well, you know what, Paul? The Acolyte isn't real either. The Disney Star Wars is not real. It's just not. So I don't understand why that's a bubble world, but you're not living in one yourself. Why is it the fans in quotes living in a bubble world, but you're living in the real world? Okay. Of course, this is extra ridiculous that this has happened many times before. Yes, I agree, and I've said that it has happened before. But the point is, what's making it worse is the fact that you guys are, this is what you're choosing, how you're choosing to defend it. Instead of saying, oh, you're right. Yeah. We probably weren't thinking or whatever, you know, oh, we don't want to do that. We want to change it, but we're going to own it. No. You're all deflecting like, well, he didn't know that was Sith. He didn't know. And we don't know how long they live. Well, even if you don't know how long they live, dude, he wasn't born then. He wasn't there. So it doesn't matter. It is change. What bubble world are you living in? I'm so tired of this. Which brings me to the point I was going to make about here. Oh, yes, because he also had a meltdown about the Acolyte's audience score. This was because Star Wars Holocron put out, I mentioned this the other day, the Star Wars Holocron said about champion what you love about Star Wars and spread positivity. And don't criticize people for enjoying something. Okay, I agree. Don't criticize people. If people like something, they're allowed to like it. But if people don't like it, and they have good, I don't care if they don't like it because they don't like the color of something. Doesn't matter. If they don't like it, it has something to do with you. The problem is that you're not allowed to not like this. As soon as you don't like it, and I've seen this across the board. I've seen this on Disney fan boards and stuff too. Someone said, oh, I don't like it. Well, you're an incel. You're a bigot. You're a racist. You're a homophobe. You're a misogynist. No, people don't like it. It doesn't mean they're any of those things at all. Just because they don't fucking like it. And you're not a terrible person. And a lot of people who don't like it, not straight, white, and male. But here you come. You're a racist, a bigot, a misogynist, a homophobe, an incel. It's tiring. You're like saying, don't criticize people for enjoying something. Well, don't criticize people that don't like it either. Paul? Fans in quotes. I don't ever want to hear anything from Paul about grifting because that's exactly what this is. But I'm so fucking tired of it. And like a couple people did something shitty, which I truly believe that probably happened because people, that's their go-to. Don't do it. I told you before. Everybody tells you before, don't do that. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if people that love the Acolyte went and did it, pretending people who are anti, just to cause them trouble. And of course, if people do something does not mean that the majority of people did it, okay? And just because they don't think that it's right that they're retconning shit doesn't mean that they're fans in quotes. And you don't have to like Disney Star Wars to be a Star Wars fan. Disney Star Wars is shit. I'm sorry, except for a couple exceptions. And/or the first couple seasons of Mandalorian, Rogue One, except for a couple exceptions. A lot of people do like The Force Awakens for whatever reason. Their stuff has been terrible. And it's by choice. Because even things that makes no sense to do it that way, they did it anyway. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Little Leia, why? Because they're trying to push a narrative. And I don't care what Paul says. You're not a fan in quotes if you don't like the Acolyte. But don't go harassing people. That being said, you don't have to take harassment either. And that being said, for those of you who like the Acolyte, just because you like it, which you're allowed to like it, does not give you a right to harass those that do not. It is what it is. Sit and spin, I guess. I don't know. What do you think? Comment and let us know, and we'll talk to you later.